The Masons 50mm Enviro AAC Intertenancy Wall System is a simple and flexible to build acoustic and fire-rated wall system designed for faster construction. The system is based on our 50mm Enviro AAC panels, a dense yet lightweight material with proven acoustic and fire stopping performance. It's fully NZBC compliant for both fire resistance and sound transmission. The system comes with all parts required, including 50mm Enviro AAC panels, Enviro glue adhesive mortar, Firecryl fire and acoustic sealant, Enviro fire brackets and screws, mineral wool for fire seals, and Enviro steel C-channels for the base, and as an option for the end panels. Other materials such as framing, insulation and gypsum plasterboard, dynabolts and cold gulf paint are supplied by others. Right, let's get going. With the double stud wall framing up, you're ready to start installation. First, the C-channels go down, a dynabolted and pseudo Firecryl sealant applied. Next, you need to prepare for fixing the Enviro panel in a stack bond pattern, planning bracket and screw placement, cutting end panels as required, and sealing steel mesh with cold galvanizing paint. The Enviro fire brackets for the first Enviro panel can now be installed. Measuring, marking and pre-installing of the Enviro fire brackets up the double studs for further panel layers may also be done now. You can adjust bracket position later if required. The bottom row of Enviro panels are put into place in the C-channel and fixed to the brackets. Mix up the Enviro adhesive mortar, glue, and apply to the edge of the panel. Place the next run of panel onto the glue and fix brackets and screws. To allow for building movement and to preserve the performance of Mason's IT wall, plan for construction joints at a maximum of every 6 meters vertically, typically at the mid-floor, and at every 8 meters horizontally on a double stud. Construction joints are fire sealed with mineral wool at a minimum 10% compression or Sudal Firecryl over perforod to both panel sides. Check Mason's CAD details and installation instruction for more information. Continue to measure and place fire brackets. Apply adhesive mortar to panel edges and place and fix panels until the wall reaches full height. Make sure there are no gaps in the joints between panels. You shouldn't be able to see any daylight at all. Reaching through the second run of framing, place and fix off the Enviro fire brackets according to the spacings detailed in Mason's installation instruction. Small surfaces can now be installed in the 20mm gaps between the panel and frames, but must not touch the Enviro panels or fire brackets, as this will cause sound transmission. Penetrations of the 50mm Enviro AAC Intertenancy wall are not permitted. Prior to the roof being installed, fit mineral wool into all voids and gaps between the top of the IT wall and adjacent building elements, such as roof cladding. Ensure that there is a firm fit between the mineral wool and there are no gaps. Rockwool mineral wool is fitted into all voids and gaps between the edges of the IT wall and adjacent building elements, such as cladding. Plan for and install timber fire stop patterns either side of the mineral wool fire seal as required for the cladding type. See Mason's details. Check all fire seals are in place before proceeding to the next stage. There must be no gaps that fire can get through. Once the building is weathertight and the framing is at the required moisture content, the glass wool insulation is fitted into the framing supporting the Enviro panels. And then the plasterboard is installed and stopped. Finally, apply Sudal Firecryl to seal any light and power fittings to the plasterboard. This is an optional step but best practice and something we recommend. That's it. Job done. You can now move on to the next thing. Get in touch with your Masons rep to talk about the system and your build, or drop into our website to learn more.